Hey, there's Bakari Shivano with Mac Automation Tips. I'm back with another video about a platform called Perplexity AI. You may or may not heard about it, so stick around and check it out. So basically, when you talk with Perplexity is this new platform. I think it's been out maybe less than a year. I'm not quite sure, but it's relatively new. And basically, it works like ChatGPT, but it really goes in and searches the internet for answers to almost any kind of questions you may have. And so one of the things that I've been using for, I just started using it this past weekend, and what I've been using it for and trying out is in terms of looking for answers about using Mac applications, Mac automation applications, productivity applications, because the fact of it is there's so much knowledge out there on the internet that this AI can draw upon that and give you answers very, very quickly. So let me give you an example here. So basically what we have is, I'll put a question in here. It's called, how to set up a micro group in Keyboard Maestro. Now, what it does is that it can search all, so academic, writing, a Wolfram, or YouTube, or Reddit. So you might just want to just search YouTube, for example, and to see what the results are there. But I'm just going to have it search all there. And you can also use this thing called Copilot, which I have not used. So I'm going to go ahead and switch it on, because in the free account, it is totally free. I mean, not totally free, but it is free. You have a free account, which I think it gives you, 5 Copilot searches, I think, every 4 hours, which is not bad. So I'm going to try it out as I'm going through this with you. All right, so you just, you put your question in. And also one more thing, you notice here too that it gives you some kind of popular kind of questions or interesting questions that you can just ask without even typing out right there. So, how to get rid of a cold, the rule of thirds in photography. I mean, because there's all these questions are just answered already on the internet. We've been doing, the internet for the last 20 years or so. And so there's tons of information out there. And so AI now can come along and kind of summarize that information. So we don't have to do a lot of clicking through web pages in order to find the answers. So let's go ahead and run this. And you see that it's going to run an answer there. So it's found 8 sources here, right? And then it gives an answer here. Setting up a macro group in Keyboard Maestro involves organizing your macros into groups which function similar to folders. Pretty easy, right? And so then it gives you this kind of step-by-step here, launch Keyboard Maestro, access macro group list, and blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, and a lot of you, if you know how to use Keyboard Maestro, you're familiar with this. But if you're not, this is a good question here. Now, the only backdrop to this is that in the answers, it does not include screenshots. So it is not that advanced yet. You can't, sometimes I think, yes. So up here, sometimes you can click on search images, and it may show you some images about what that looks like. A lot of times it's not quite like that. Sometimes it is just showing you some images that it found on the internet, and it might not really be related to the particular question that you have. Same thing you can do with search videos to see if there's any videos that are related to that particular question, right? But it has the different sources here and tells you where the sources come from, and you can click those. A lot of times, since I've written several articles and videos about Keyboard Maestro, some of my sources will also show up in that results, right? And so then you can go down, which is really great. You can go down here and it gives you some related questions, and so you can ask those, how to organize macros within a macro group in Keyboard Maestro. So you can click that, right? And then it gives you the answer and goes through it here. And again, just really quickly, so just imagine you don't have to go through and click a lot of different web pages in order to get these answers here, right? So it's really, really neat here. And then I think so basically what the Copilot does, it just kind of gives you a lot more details in the answers here. So you don't have to use it every time, so you can click it off. And then what you can do is you can save you can save these answers into what's called collections here, and so you see I have collections already. You can create a new collection and save it there. You can also give it a title so you can remember what it is. And then what's really cool is that you can share your results, right? So I've shared some of my results on my Twitter account, right? And so I can share the results because sometimes it gets really good results and it's really good step by step. The only thing I wish that it did have though is, have some kind of, images to kind of show with the written part. But so basically that's how you use it, and it is free, and they do have a paid account here. I think the paid, so yeah, you can go pro, and it will tell you about the pro right up in here. Unlimited Copilot queries, effortless file uploads, API credits, AI modal selection, $20 a month. I'm not quite ready to do $20 a month. I already use some other AIs that I am paying for, so I'm not quite ready to do that. So I really appreciate the fact that Perplexity does have a free offering that I can use, and it's been very good. Now, one of the things I want to show you as well, let me see if it's going to show up in here, is that in the Arc browser, let's see, I'm not sure you're going to be able to see this. Probably not, because I'm just recording this particular window here, so it might not be able to show that. But if you go into the Arc browser here, you can go into your settings, and you can go into the profile of your Arc browser, and you can select Perplexity as your main, kind of like your default web browser, if you will. And so I've been doing that, and it's been kind of great to get it, because you get the answers a lot quickly, and it saves a little bit of time. So anyway, that's just a little side thing there. But you definitely want to check out Perplexity AI. It's fairly new, and they say that they're trying to, really compete with Google, which is huge, right? And I think they might not be able to replace Google, but they definitely should give it a run for the money, because basically when you open up Google, a lot of times it's just a lot of, kind of ad links and that kind of thing, and you have to link and find stuff. Here you get this summary of things, and so that's really, really important. So hey, if you like this video, and definitely give it a thumbs up. If you have questions about Perplexity, let me know about it. If you're using Perplexity, let me know what you think about it and what's missing and what's useful. All right, and if you're new to my channel, definitely give me a follow, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.